The past few years have seen all of the major gardening shows cancelled. That seems to be coming out now because the BBC Gardeners World Live Special Edition recently happened, and we're also looking forward to more of an autumn show. But the smaller shows are starting as well. I recently got invited by a friend of mine, Mick Pulteney, to his local show, which is Colley Gardening Club, and I'd like you to come and join me. But first of all, let's go and catch up with Mick. So here's the man in question, Mick. First of all, Mick, many thanks for inviting me to the show.
Good to see you, Nigel. Pleasure.
You've managed to pull this off amazingly. I know the story, but if you want to explain to the viewers what actually happened about this.
We've just got away with it. It's been a funny old year anyway, gardening-wise, but as a committee we've got to make the decision, do we have a show or not? You've got to start early because you've got to get the schedules out to the growers, meaning that they've got to grow the stuff, so you've got to take that chance. But because we've lost our venue, this is Colley Gardening Club. We used to have our show at Wilson Hall in Colley.
Yep.
It was a great big hall with a stage, how they used to be years ago. It was the biggest hall around here. And we lost it. They had a leak in the roof, and the floor was proper panelled oak. It had been there for years. But because of COVID, everything was shut down and nobody went in the big room. So they had a leak, and that was leaking for about 2 weeks. And it lifted the boards about 3.5, 4 foot.
Oh dear.
But the cost to get it done, well, they got no money anyway. And the only way they could survive was to sell the hall and the car park. The money they got for that, they can now carry on as a normal pub.
Right.
Meaning we'd lost our venue and there was nothing else around here. I think we went to about 4 or 5 different halls. Well, they said they got a decent sized one, but when we got there, it ain't big enough. Then there was car parking disputes. Because we use Wilson Hall for our talks, for our monthly meetings for the gardening club, we had to look for another venue for that, just to get the people in for the speaker. And this is local, obviously. Crady's our football club, because the allotments are just down the road there. So we came up here to look at the venue just for a talk for the general meetings. Perfect.
Yeah.
So we sorted that out. We had our second talk Thursday just gone. So them 2 rooms together was ideal for us, for speakers and that, but not for a show. So looking out the patio doors, straight out of there, they got a 5-side football pitch, which is flat. And I thought, marquee. We got the money because we had to bring our trading shed and Holden down there, which has got all the gumph in, tables, trestles, everything. Because originally we had to transport that to the show, but now we got that here. But this being ideal, we got a marquee, as you can see behind me. But we've got 2 now. There's another one on its way.
Oh, cool.
Everybody was buying marquees,
All right.
and nobody got none. And the first one, because we had to buy a metal container and a marquee. The first one was from Dancover, which is in Denmark.
All right.
So we ordered it, and the date for the delivery, end of June or something.
Yeah.
Meaning plenty of time between end of June and now, the show day. And they kept putting it off. Every couple of weeks or something, I get an email. It's in stock, but we can't get it yet.
So you started to panic?
And I thought there was something wrong because they ain't took the money yet.
Right.
Anyway, he got close. I says, we are going to get this marquee at least a week before the show. Otherwise, I'm going to cancel and go somewhere else. I had no reply whatsoever. And he was getting that close. I think it was 10 days ago. No, 2 weeks ago. We had another meeting.
You haven't still got it then?
Another emergency meeting. No, I says, if we carry on the way they're going, we're going to be in the quagmire.
Yeah.
We've got to have a marquee. So we had to go to UK Tents, and they got the last one. That was a bit dearer than the one we originally had, because it was a Premier. What was the last one they got?
Yep.
We got no choice, we had to have it. But it is perfect.
And how soon did that arrive?
3 days. Bank holiday Monday, he delivered that.
Cutting it a bit fine. And what's happened with the other one then?
Well, because they don't answer email, I emailed them in. I says, right, we've had the other one delivered. We like our money back on this one, as you haven't delivered. And I says, can't do it. You know, it's en route.
You made the contract and he's on route.
But I should have clicked on 2 weeks ago when they took
Mind
the
you,
money.
looking at the land available here, do you think you'll use it in future?
Well, it's worked out good in the sense that now we have got it.
Yeah.
We're going to bloody use it. Because
So you'll be expanding for next year, eh?
reading the instructions on that takes 5 hours, 3.5 people. No, it doesn't. We had 10 here yesterday. We was on this all day, but we was putting everything else
But
up.
it's first time, so you've realised how long it takes.
But that is brilliant.
Is it the other one exactly the same?
Yep.
So would you be able to put them side by side and take the sides out and have
Yep.
it as one complete building?
Yeah. I've got to do that on paper
Right.
because you've still got a walkway between either sides of the table.
Yeah, yeah.
But or even put one on the end of the other, or just two open with the ends open that way.
So we mean now, what's the plan, the timetable for today, Mick? I mean now, what time is it now? It's just on 11:45.
Well, we used to set up everything on a Saturday morning. I used to get all the troops in.
Yeah.
That was when we had the big haul. Because we did it all yesterday, once I'd got them and we got the marquee up, I says, anybody else who ain't going to run off, I says, me and Mark, the committee are going to put the trestles and tables up. If you can give us an hour, and they all stayed and did it.
Fantastic.
So luckily we got the troops.
Yeah.
So I've got to round them up more for next year because we're going to have 2 marquees. But because it's our first year here, this will be advertised more.
Right.
Because we don't know whether to advertise it because
oversubscribed.
are we going to get a show in
Yeah.
because of the marquee? That's what we're fretting about.
Yeah.
If I only got one from UK Tents, we'd have still been in the crap because they've emailed again now, Dan Cover. It'll be here next week. Shows today.
Yeah.
Next week.
So at the moment, I can see there's people arriving with show exhibits and that.
We was opening up this morning, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
We started setting all the stuff out, cards, class numbers and all that. And then the exhibitors start coming at 10:30. They can put their entries in, whatever, and up until 2:15.
Right.
So they've got a good few hours to put the entries in. Because there's a few coming up from down south and wherever.
Yeah.
To the side of Brum. Because it's an open show, anybody can enter. It's free entry. It's too much hassle taking 5 pence off everybody for.
Yeah.
We just get
And
that on
what
the auction.
time's judging start?
Judges starts at 2:30.
How many judges we got?
We usually have 2 judges for the veg because
Yeah.
there's that many veg in,
Right.
and it takes. Well, it used to take them 2.5 hours with 2 judges, but it's been a funny year. Well, the last couple of years, but this year it's been a funny one veg-wise. There's that much stuff going to seed, or splitting,
I've had the same problem. Huh?
So, which might be a blessing in the sense because we've only got 1 veg judge.
So you think it's cut the numbers down a little bit?
Yeah. We've just.
So you got one for a judge for veg.
Yeah, we got one for the flour side of it.
Yeah.
One for the cakes and wines.
Right. Right, then we'll take a walk inside and have a look what's involved, if you don't mind, in staging the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers.
Right, some of the veg classes, we got loads of veg in, but if there's something that we haven't mentioned, there is a class for vegetables not mentioned, meaning rhubarb. So if somebody wants to put some rhubarb in, they can put it in, but there's a way of putting it in. So Mark's going to put some rhubarb in for the first time. I'm just going to explain to him how to do it. Mark, get Harris over here, boy.
Go on then, how'd you do it?
Right, any other veg not listed is 2. So 2 sweet corn, anything like that. So with a rhubarb, nice and solid, straight as you can get them, nice and thick, which them are. You've got to try and get 2 the same, which are nice and clean. Them are the best 2 we can get up, which are thick uns. To prove that you ain't been down the shop and bought it, you've got to pull right from the bottom and get as much root up as you can. Plus the tops, you've got to be 3-inch tops. Exactly the same as the cabbage, you've got to have 3-inch stems on them. So the judge then knows they've been bought from the shop. So the tops as well, 3-inch. and them are cut off identical. Knock all the crap out. With judges, bullshit baffles brains. It always has, it always will do. Meaning, clean them up. Give them a nice shine. This is only a damp cloth, but you're getting any surface rubbish off it. If a judge can see a bit of gum on the bottom there, he knows it's fresh, it's just been pulled, because that ain't dried out yet. So I'm going to leave that on the bottom. And with a bit of luck, well, if your sweet corn win, it's either your sweet corn or your rhubarb.
Oh yeah, I got 2 in the glass, yeah.
But Malvern now have put in it come in about 2 or 3 years ago, a class for every rhubarb, 3 stems, and there's quite a few entering that. That's it. That's it, Mark, then we're ready to go in. I'll just take a bit of dried muck off that one.
Right.
That's it, you can bung them in.
Right. Good them. Right. Crackers.
Right, we're just going to explain the procedure when the judges have marked the cards. They then bring them into Mike and Jean, and he will just explain to you now what happens when they bring the cards in.
Okay, when the cards come in, then the judges' slips rather, they get checked. So at this point, the exhibitor's name gets put on against the judging slip. So previously it's just been numbers, so the judges couldn't identify who it was. Then the first, second, third place cards are written out. The points accrued go onto a large spreadsheet, and that spreadsheet will be run at the end, and it will determine all the class winners and the category winners. Okay.
There you go, big
Evening all! It's all for coming. I've got a few to do on my spiel. I ain't got the headphones on, Paul's got their on ready for the auction. First of all, I've got to thank the committee for putting this lot on. Without them lot, you'll be in the quagmire. I've got to thank Trevor and Mandy, our new host. I'm looking after us, and I will do for bloody moons to come, I tell you. The Friday crew, i.e. erecting the tent, the marquee, it takes 2 blokes, 2.5 days. No, it isn't. Luckily we got 10. Next year we've got 2 marquees, so we need more helpers. So if you can help us out on the day, it's less work for us. Those who helped out on the Friday, or if anybody can make tomorrow morning 10 AM to dismantle, that'd be superb. Obviously if you don't turn up, I know you're in church. If you aren't, you will get zapped by my mate upstairs. Raffle donators, they always help us out, so anybody who's bought a raffle prize in, thank you very much. Runners tonight, which we out there, you can give them the clap and all. Anybody else on the clap?
Yeah.
Right, who's going to stop the bidding? 10 pence? 50p.
50 pence, where's that come from?
That's right. Don't nobody want that for 50 pence?
Come on, 50
50p? Chippers are far.
Enjoy it daily.
Just put it in your beer till I've finished.
Anybody else? Anybody?
Good man. Here, 50 pence.
50 pence.
I'll leave another one.
Giant league. Anybody? Giant league? Starting bid 20 pence. Any higher? Come on, keep going. Any more? 2. 2. Any higher than 2? That's Jamelia's. Where was that? Incoming. Over there. Over there. Pound. Come on, they'll go and pound over there. That's Jamelia's. That young man down there, entered them. So, start the bidding. Round. He's going to be walking around quick. 2 quid here. Come on, here. 250 over here. Chip, come on man, you lost flowers. £3 at the bar. 350. Come on, anybody else? Back out. Any branches on the bidding? Come on. I'll give you 50 pence. Any branches on 50 pence?
Thank you, Jane.
Come on, keep. Any branches on 50 pence? Quid, you got a quid here? 150? 2? 2? Any branches on 2? 2? Sold this young man.